What is up, YouTube family? It is your girl GC the Trader, and we are back with another video breakdown, you guys. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. It is Thursday, November 20th, 2025. And yes, you guys, we did catch a live setup today. So that's what this breakdown is going to be over. It also going to go over a little forward test pre-market trade that I took. We're going to go over that. And also, we are going to talk about that NQ drop that happened around, I think, 10:30, 10:40 my time. So that'll probably be like what, 11 o'clock New York, 11:40 New York. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go over today, you guys. And yeah, also gonna go over what I wrote down in my trade journal today, just to share that with y'all. My results on that. And yeah, with that being said, you guys, we're not going to take up too much of y'all time, and let's get started with this breakdown. Okay, you guys, as you can see, we are on NQ's chart. So let me just reset this chart so I can just zoom out a little bit. And y'all, I'm not going to say go over obsessive with my key levels today, but I did mark a lot of key levels today. And as you can see, I did do it for a reason. So, as you can see, coming into the market, these were the key levels that I end up marking. These are old key levels that I did keep on my chart from yesterday when I tried to catch a trade. So I did keep those key levels marked up on the chart because price did respect those key levels while I was asleep during the Asian and London market. So I did keep those up, and then I added some extra ones. And basically, the gray bars y'all see, gray boxes y'all see, that's my resistant key levels. And then the blue ones is what you see as my support key levels. So basically I changed the colors just to better help me see which key level when price drops, what initially is price breaking through. Is it breaking through resistance? Is it breaking through a support? So it just better helps me see and understand what market is trying to do at that moment. So I have some old support key levels, some old resistant key levels, and then I marked up some new ones which are past key levels that price was respecting. So as you can see, zoom out. Let me see. Initially, let me move this. Sorry, you guys. Initially, we was up here when I came into the market. We were up here. So these are the newer key levels that I did mark, these two supply key levels and these two resistant key levels. These are the ones I marked. I did mark my Asian low and my London low because I knew when New York opened up, NQ was going to try to give that last final push to that old resistant level to retest that key level before it initially dropped again, because I had a feeling NQ wasn't going to just buy off today. I had a feeling they was going to buy off a little bit and then sell off. That's why I marked back up those old support key levels and kept these old resistant key levels. And also too, based off of watching the chart, I just know that if during Asian session it consolidates, in London session it consolidates, and it just takes out the highs, the Asian high and the London high when NQ opens up, I know NQ is going to sell off to go get that London and Asian low and grab whatever else liquidity it can grab as it's going down. So I did mark up those levels just in case price decided that after market open it wanted to reverse immediately rather than giving that final push that it did. So these are my hour key levels. I did start looking at the 30-minute chart too, just to sometimes with the 15-minute chart it does be a little choppy, and with the 30-minute I can read it a little better at times. So I did add the 30-minute chart to what I watch now, or use to watch price action. So as you can see, my key levels lined up on my 30-minute as well. Drop down to my 15-minute, which is what I was initially watching, and then my 5-minute, which is where I took my trades. So this first trade, as I was coming into, well, not as I was coming into my session, as I was watching the charts, because as I stated before, I kind of watched the charts like an hour, hour and a half before NQ opens up for New York. So I'll probably be watching the chart probably overall an hour and a half before the actual market opens for NQ at 9:30. So I just watch it a little bit past, well, a little bit before the normal open time, just so I can get a better feel of what price is trying to do. So I did see this. What was this? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It's a little glare because I am doing this video outside, so it is a little glare. So yeah, I marked up this demand trade right here. I noticed, price created this demand zone after it broke through this key level. It came back down and retested it and created a nice demand zone. Price respected it, broke through another key level, came back down and tested a bullish order block. So I set up my zone. I used this bullish order block, and then I just had my stop loss a little bit past that zone just to give price a little wiggle room because we did have a fair value gap there. So I did go a little bit past the last key level that price broke from. I entered on, let me see. I entered on, this looks like a small bearish, look like a little hammer, a smallish bearish candle right there. I entered. Price gave me that push. It consolidated for a little bit, and then that 9:30 market open, yeah, that shot me straight to my TP. So yeah, I didn't take that trade live, only because it was a pre-market setup, and I'm trying to, wait until NQ's market opens because that's when the most volume, so that's when the high probability trades start playing out. So any pre-market trades I do see, unless I'm just super confident in it, I'm only going to take it on my paper account. But I know it is some pre-market trades that actually do hit. I've actually taken some on my paper account that actually worked out. So I do know that they can play out, but I try to just stay away for those unless I'm just super super confident. So after we was in that trade for about, hold on, let me see, about 20-minute trade, it ended up stopping us out at we was risking $100. I did do two contracts on this because I was practicing doing two contracts and closing out one contract when it hits your 1-to-1 and then letting the other contract one run to your 2-to-1. So I was practicing that, and because I haven't really did it live yet on my fundeds, I wanted to do it on my paper account, so I didn't mind taking that trade on here, and actually worked out in our favor because that would have been an unnecessary L because we would have broken our plan, which was trading before market open, unless all of our confluences and higher time frames line up with that. And this was just a 5-minute zone. It didn't line up with any of my higher time frames. So when price stopped us out this trade, it tapped back into that key level that it broke from earlier and gave me a nice little push. Once it I'm trying to see on my paper account where I entered it. Okay, so initially I entered right here, as you can see. I don't know if y'all can see where that blue arrow pops up. I put I placed an order right there to automatically enter me into the trade. Once price gave me that break up, I had it to where, okay, if price comes back down, it's going to immediately enter me into the trade. Or I think I had it coming up from here. I think I had it coming up from here. If price broke back up, it was going to immediately enter me in, and I had a pre-order set up on my paper account, and it entered me in immediately. I was risking $75 for 150, which is my base hit for today. Normally on Thursdays I'll risk $100, but today I said I'm gonna go in 75, get my base hit, just go for a 2-to-1. And as you can see, this paper trade played out perfectly. I'm going to put my P&Ls from my funded accounts on the screen. So as you can see from the P&Ls on the screen, I got stopped out at break even on my Theedgefunder account, and I got stopped out a little bit in the loss on my other account due to slippage. So both of my trades were at break even, but slippage on my other funded caused me to have a $7 loss for today on that account. So I wasn't too much tripping on that, but today was a break even day, even though we took a W on our paper account and actually made $153. Hold on, let me show you. Go to the history. So yeah, we made $153 on that trade. It played out. It hit, and I already know what went wrong as to why it did not work out on my funded accounts. I hesitated. I had a hesitated moment today. I hesitated, and I think I end up entering on my funded accounts. Let me move this out the. Hold on, I got this locked. Hold on, let me unlock it. Move this out the way. Okay, on my funded accounts, I think I entered in like right here. I hesitated and I entered in like right here. Let me twist the line. Show y'all where I entered at. I entered like right there on my funded accounts. I hesitated. I entered right there, and I entered right there because price came back down. Initially, price shot up to right there immediately when this candle opened up. It shot up to right here immediately, and I hesitated and I didn't enter it in. And immediately when price came back close enough to my entry point, I immediately entered in. I did risk a little bit more on my funded accounts. I risked 75 on my paper account. On my funded accounts, I ended up risking probably like 95. But because that's only because I entered late, so I wanted to give price a little bit more room to grow, just in case that late entry was bad as far as drawdown. So I did risk a little bit more, but as price gave me my 1 to 1 and then retraced back down, and initially I hit my TP right here. I was still in the trade on my funded accounts because my 150 was up here on my funded accounts, whereas on my paper accounts 150 was right here, as you can see where the trade hit at. But because I interlate, my 150 target on my funded accounts end up being up here, and price got that close to this counter right here. Price got, this is where I'm gonna move this up here. This is where my TP was on my funded accounts. Like, moved it down just a little bit. Like right there, right above that higher high. That's where it was. Price went right under my TP, ranged a little bit in this doji candle, and then once it kept ranging into this doji candle, once it hit my 1 to 1 again, I immediately adjust my stop loss to break even and a little bit into profit, because I was like, okay, it is hesitating a little bit towards my TP, but I'm not going to take profit. I'm going to do stop loss to TP. My ego was like, take profit to cover the $200 loss we had on Tuesday, but I'm not trading to cover losses. I'm trading to make profit. So today, my target was a base hit of 150, and I was willing to walk away at break even if price didn't hit my TP. And I was okay with that because I'm working on execution and holding my trades. And I know this trade didn't work out because of the hesitation. As you can see, if I would have entered exactly when I entered on here, it would have played out. But I hesitated, and it was a result of a break-even day. But hey, I'm just proud that regardless of the hesitation, when price gave me another opportunity to enter, I did take it, regardless of it working out in our favor or not. We still shook that off of us, and we entered into the trade, and we followed through with our plan, regardless of how we felt or regardless of what held us back initially. So I'm just happy I was able to shake that and enter into the trade. You get what I'm saying? So, regardless of the break even slash minor L day we had today, today was still a green day. We followed our plan, we executed, and even when we had a hiccup, we drank some water and we got rid of it, and we continued to trade and manage our head correctly. So those was the trades that happened today. And this is initially why I had these key levels still marked up, because I knew price still had to take out that London low, and I knew price still had to take out that Asian low. And then we had a lot of key levels that was untapped from the previous days. You know what I'm saying? These was old key levels that price never came to retap. So I just knew price was going to come and tap those key levels. So I kept those key levels marked up because, as you can see, those were high probability key levels. So yeah, if we could have traded a little bit past the time, I had responsibilities after 10:30, so I really couldn't watch the charts for long today. But yeah, initially, if we would have saw this move happen, once price broke through this and gave me a little bit retracement after breaking this, I definitely would have got in for some sales and would have targeted that London, that Asian low, and would have called it a day. Yeah, definitely would have called it a day. Would have targeted those, uh, target that Asian low, and we would have been in sales for today. But yeah, you guys, that's today's breakdown. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me go over what I wrote in my journal today, you guys. Okay, you guys, my trade journal for today was we had a break even slash small loss on our fundeds today. I said on my Sims account I had a pre-order set, so price automatically entered me into the trade idea I had, risking 75 for 150. I won that trade, no problem, barely even any drawdown. But on my funded accounts, I had no pre-order set, so I had to enter myself into the trade manually. And when the time came to enter, I will have an honest moment with myself and be truthful and say I hesitated and I entered late and I got stopped out at break even on one of my accounts, and due to slippage on another account, I took a minor L. But I was like, but today trade, I said, but today's trade was not a winner based on me hesitating. A minor fear of losing, minor fear of being wrong. But what I did good was, even though I hesitated, I still entered and traded with a level head. We traded better than before. We executed regardless. I accept this outcome, and we lost less than we risked. So that was a win for us. So I'm working more on journaling my trades, not just what happened within the trade itself, but also how I felt, my emotions, how I managed the trade, and if I did make any mistakes, how I was able to bounce back from those mistakes within that trade. So yeah, you guys, that's it for today. That's our NQ breakdown and trades that we took. You know, I hope y'all had an amazing trade day. I hope y'all was able to profit from that push up. And if you couldn't, I hope y'all was able to catch that amazing push down. Cause yeah, I'm willing to bet you that's probably over 500 ticks. So y'all definitely was able to get a bag today, and I hope y'all was able to catch that. But if not, we have one more day left in the week to where we can catch some amazing setups. And also too, tomorrow's Friday, so we're not gonna chase price. We ain't gonna do nothing crazy. So yeah. But yeah, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to today's video. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Please like and subscribe. And with that being said, your girl GC the Trader is out.